Em nome de Deus, milhares de judeus foram massacrados na Europa. O assassinato e o massacre de inocentes foi a marca registrada da Primeira Cruzada. No outono de 1096, quase um ano após o sermão do Papa Urbano, exércitos da França, Alemanha e Itália deram início à épica marcha de 5.000 quilômetros para salvar seus irmãos cristãos e libertar a Terra Santa do domínio muçulmano. À frente do exército do norte da Europa estava o Duque Godofredo de Bouillon.
Godfrey was one of the senior leaders of the First Crusade. He was a very pious man. In fact, we know that he brought a number of monks with him on the expedition to help him in his daily prayers. He was also a great warrior. He won repute before the crusade for his feats in single combat, and he was a respected man who the leaders of the expedition felt they could all deal with.
Ao lado de Godofredo, seguia seu irmão caçula Balduíno, o conde de Bolonha. Apesar de impiedoso, Balduíno fora destinado ao sacerdócio, mas seu amor pela guerra e pelas mulheres falou mais alto.
Writers talk about being plagued by lust and the sins of the flesh. We said to be quite discreet about all of this, but it is an aspect of his character. He's also a very pragmatic man, and somebody who would not hesitate to brush aside others if they crossed him.
Para reconstruir os passos do Duque Godofredo e do Conde Balduíno, o historiador John France utiliza fontes do século XI como guia. Esses registros medievais revelam a dura realidade da vida nas cruzadas.
To take the cross must have been very, very expensive. We know that people sold land, we know that they mortgaged land. They seem to have tried to raise about 6 years' income just to live through the crusade. A rich man would have had a whole retinue. He'd have come, with his household, with everybody who would normally accompany him. And possibly wives. It's often forgotten that many wives came with their husbands because they too were inspired by this remarkable opportunity for salvation. So what you have on the crusade is a sort of city, as a whole society, moving eastwards towards Jerusalem. The problems of feeding that are absolutely immense. I mean, it is almost inconceivable how they did it. We would guess that they stole stuff, but fundamentally they were probably buying from the local peasants who would be glad to sell, but at very high prices.
Durante quase 6 meses, o exército de Godofredo percorreu milhares de quilômetros e cruzou rios e montanhas do leste europeu, até finalmente juntar forças com outros exércitos do sul no local previamente combinado, o centro espiritual do cristianismo oriental, Constantinopla. Constantinopla é hoje Istambul, cartão de visitas da Turquia e cidade majoritariamente muçulmana. Mas 9 séculos atrás, esta era a última cidade cristã antes de o exército cruzar o Estreito de Bósforo e entrar em território inimigo. Na época, o maior tesouro da cidade era a Catedral Ortodoxa Cristã de Santa Sofia. Coberta por mosaicos de ouro polido, a construção era um documento vivo da lendária riqueza de Constantinopla. Mas os cruzados não chegariam a vê-la de perto. Cercando a capital bizantina, havia 2 muros concêntricos de 16 quilômetros de extensão e 9 metros de altura. Para os povos amigos, o imperador abria os imponentes portões e autorizava a entrada. Mas para os cruzados, a passagem permaneceu fechada.
Well, here are the remains of the magnificent Golden Gate, one of the 10 entrances to the city of Constantinople. This was originally a triumphal arch. You can see the 3 elements of the arch here. It reminds one a little bit of the Arc de Triomphe. Atop this structure, you would have had 4 bronze elephants, and around it there would have been a series of friezes depicting the deeds of the classical heroes of antiquity. When the Crusaders arrived out here, these doors would have been shining and dazzling, and of course closed before them.
Furioso, o imperador Aleixo ordenou que os portões fossem lacrados. Um exército católico de 60.000 homens não era o que ele tinha em mente quando pediu para que o Papa Urbano enviasse uma tropa de cavaleiros como reforço.
What he required was a group of about 300 knights, well-trained, well-armed, that he could direct where he felt the threat was greatest. What he got was something completely different, something that he did not remotely in his wildest dreams expect to receive. Tens of thousands of fanatical, armed men who descended upon him like a series of pests, locusts coming down, in fact, is how one chronicler describes it. And they came down and they approached his great city, wave after wave after wave.
A leva de soldados enviada pelo rival e acampada diante dos portões era grande e poderia facilmente atacar a cidade. Seria impossível se defender. Mas Aleixo encontrou uma maneira de manipular a situação em vantagem própria.
The Emperor Alexius was a wicked and crafty man. He played the part of a scorpion, which when met face to face is harmless, but the tail of which is barbed with a poisonous sting it is well to avoid.
O imperador convidou os principais líderes da cruzada para entrar no átrio interno do Palácio Imperial. Ele sabia que poderia conquistar a confiança do Duque Godofredo e do Conde Balduíno. Mas os irmãos haviam se unido a outro comandante cruzado. Bohemundo de Tarento era o filho mais velho de uma família de mercenários normandos que há pouco tomara o controle do sul da Itália.
He was somebody who attracted attention through his appearance and through his bearing. He was perhaps the greatest warrior of the whole expedition. He was said to have the ferocity of a lion, a starving lion, charging into a group of sheep.
A experiência bélica de Bohemundo era de inestimável valia. Ele já havia enfrentado e vencido os muçulmanos na Sicília, e sua luta contra os bizantinos também era antiga. Mas Bohemundo, bem como os outros líderes cruzados, era melhor soldado que político. Todos estavam prestes a ser enganados.
The emperor heard that Bohemond, that most distinguished man, had arrived. He ordered for him to be received with proper ceremony. Then, once he'd settled in, with the Duke Godfrey and his brother Baldwin, he invited him to a secret conference. He planned how to entrap these Christian knights by fraud and cunning.
Grande parte do império de Aleixo estava nas mãos dos turcos. Ele queria suas terras de volta e não deixaria que fossem tomadas pelo exército católico. O imperador ainda guardava um trunfo na manga.
When they are in his lands, the one thing that they need is food. They are an army that is unprepared. It doesn't have supply chains like modern armies do. It's not all planned out ahead. They've got to live off the land. So Alexius can control